Hey guys, this is What's Wrong coming at you today with the third part of the spray control video for the advanced spray control. Hopefully you guys have heard about the things that I'm talking about. If you guys haven't, then that's great. You're going to be learning new things today, but I'm just going to help you guys on how to achieve some of the things that you're doing. Some of the things that you want to do better. They're going to be like guidelines. And if you haven't checked out my other two videos, then I'm going to link it in the description below. So, alright, straight to the point. Spray control, this is the advanced video. Now I'm going to start with crouching with your spray. So, when you take an aim duel, almost always people will crouch. So why do people crouch? Two reasons. One, it cuts your velocity instantly. So if you're just coming out and you just shoot, I'm not going to press anything. I'm just going to press A, and once I start shooting, I'm going to let go of A. Okay? So this is what it looks like. So you can see it's kind of inaccurate. You can see how inaccurate it is. But if I come out and I crouch immediately when I shoot, you can see it's dead on accurate. Because it reduces the speed immediately, so that you don't have your recoil going everywhere. And secondly, it reduces your surface area, so it halves whatever surface area you have when you're standing up. So it makes you a harder of a target to hit. So when you take aim duels, a lot of people always, including myself, tend to crouch. Now this isn't always good, especially when you're spraying. This video, by the way, is going to have a little bit of overlap with other videos. So if you hear some repeat information, then just bear with me. So if you're peeking out long, right? This is spray distance, but you don't want to just crouch and spray because the guy at long, he could just peek you, force you into a spray, and then re-peek you when his recoil is completely set. So So if you come out and take the challenge immediately and go into a crouch spray, this guy could just juke you while you're trying to control your recoil. You're probably in your like 7, 8th, 9th bullet. He's just gonna jiggle you and then re-peek, and you're not gonna be able to get away because you're crouched. So if you're just standing up, you can just weave out. Um, Hopefully you won't get tagged too hard by the bullets. But if you're crouched, it's gonna take that half a second longer, and that might, mean the difference between life and death. So you only want to crouch. You don't want to always be crouching in every single aim duel. Some aim duels you do want to crouch like if you're in the open. So like let's say you're in the process of coming out long, and then this guy just was straight a white peaks you. Well, you might as well, you might as well just crouch. Another disadvantage that you might have is if this guy has an SMG or even a rifle. Let's say you crouch here, right? And he's a moving target, so he's kind of difficult to hit. So let's say he's a moving target. He doesn't get tagged by your first bullet, so he doesn't slow down, and you're trying to follow him. You're trying to follow him with your spray. Well, he can choose when to stop and shoot you. So if he has an SMG, he'll just shoot you the whole time. Whoops. So if he has an SMG, this will be pretty accurate. He'll just shoot you down the whole time while he's moving, and you're crouched, so you're sitting duck in your spray. And if you don't get your kill, like within the first 5 bullets, again he could just come out and then choose to stop and take that duel whenever he wants to, and you're gonna be easy pickings because you're crouched. So crouching does have its disadvantages, so you don't want to crouch all the time. This is another one of those things where you kind of have to judge with experience. It's kind of hard to tell. It's like telling someone like how to clutch. I can give you guidelines on like how to clutch better, but like you have to experience these situations for yourself. So when you crouch your spray, just be aware of these things. Um, you become extremely vulnerable if you crouch at the wrong time. Spraying down moving targets. I think this is pretty much what everyone wants to do. Um, when you know when you got people running across cat and you want to spray at that distance, or if you got a B rush coming in and you want to just spray down multiple people, this is pretty much what everyone wants to master. Sorry about that. Getting sick. Ugh. Anyways, let's say this is a B rush. So if you're trying to spray down moving targets, you have to understand the spray and move along with your spray. So let's say you got a guy coming out, just rushing out this way, then you're gonna try to follow that person while still maintaining your spray pattern. So obviously, if this guy's head is right here and his whole body's over here, but his head is coming across, then as you first start your spray, you want to start here and then you want to pull down and then track him with it. So you see him, you're gonna try to follow him with the spray. Then you see how it kicks up immediately. So immediately you're gonna adjust your spray pattern while moving with him, like that. So it's pretty much head level every time. And also, if you know the AK pattern, which I'm sure you do by now, if you're watching this video, you know it goes right, left, right. Well, I don't have the bullets for it, but you get the point. So if you're moving and you sense that you're coming to that, you only have like 10 bullets left, you fire like 20 bullets, then you might have to adjust for that as well. That one's a little bit more difficult. It's just something you would have to practice. So like for example, if you're going into spray and this guy's coming across, you can see there was that little jump to the left. It might be really hard to tell from this video, but there's gonna be that same recoil pattern jump, and that's just something you're gonna have to practice. If you're not confident with it, my suggestion to you is just have the crosshair right below the target model. So don't try to adjust left to the right. Just stick on him. So just aim at his head, adjust for your recoil, and just stick on him. And that's pretty much the best way to do it. Again, these are kind of like guidelines, um, but you're gonna just have to practice these yourself and see how it goes. Um, Sometimes you might go into like a crouch spray and then you might do like a duck walk. Sometimes works. It's still pretty accurate. You also see pros do it sometimes, like out of panic. Like if you're at the store and you still want to spray people down, kind of do this kind of spray. So you can see it was pretty accurate. The first guy's dead for sure. Second guy's probably got it headshotted. So it's something you would have to practice. And I'll go into other topics that is gonna help you with this kind of stuff. And finally, I want to also talk about spray transfer. So spray transfer is basically moving from one target to a completely different target that's somewhere else. So an example of this would be, I want to see, it's probably best as a terrorist or counter-terrorist, but okay, let's say you're a terrorist, you planted a bomb, and you want to do is, let's say for whatever reason you're out in this open, okay? Just hypothetically. So sometimes, usually what will happen is you'll get a guy peeking here, so you'll shoot him down, and then you'll reset your recoil, and then you'll fight this guy. But if they double peek you at the same time or within like a second of each other, it's when you kill this guy and you reset your recoil for this guy, this door guy will kill you. He'll trade you. So you kill this guy, and as you're adjusting for him, he's coming out to peek you and kill you. So what you do with the spray transfer is when you know an opponent is gonna be somewhere because you got a call out or because you have a sense that he's gonna be there, you're just transferring whatever spray that you have. So if I'm spraying, okay, so let's say I'm gonna do like a 10 bullet control spray here, and then I'm gonna adjust. So when I adjust, I'm not gonna have my crosshair here. I'm gonna have my crosshair down here at foot level so that my bullets are hitting head level. So this is what it's gonna look like. Oh, whoops, my sensitivity went crazy. Hold on. Sorry about that. Let me try that one more time. My sensitivity went crazy right there. So I get the first kill with the control burst, and you just flick and control your transfer. Obviously, it's not easy to do. You can see there, um, you're flicking, so it's not going to be entirely accurate. On top of that, you're controlling your transfer. So let's say you're coming out as terrorist, and you would control and transfer that spray. So you could see my crosshairs down here because that was the level of the spray when I transferred it. So I already did my 10 bullets, so I'm put it down here to transfer, and you can see all my bullets were head level. Again, if anyone decides to peek out, pretty much dead. And there, I try to control the part of the spray where my AK moves to the left. So you gotta concentrate it like 10 bullets right there, which is where someone's gonna peek. So this is just something you would have to work on, and it's not always. You shouldn't try to do that all the time, especially if you are about to run out of bullets. So what I'll do is, like, if I know, like, let's say I know I'm gonna get double peeked, once I cross into sight. So let's say I made it across and I know I'm gonna get double peeked. I want to fight one-on-one, but let's say hypothetically I was here. Then what I'll do is I'll get that first kill, and then I'll try to transfer it over. I'm having really terrible spray transfers, so sorry about that. So I'll try to transfer over, but I'll try to shoot like 3 or 5 bullets, and if they don't show up, then I'll reset my recoil. And then I'll reset my recoil. But again, if you can see, if they decided to peek, I got 5 bullets on them with the AK. They're dead. So I just killed 2 guys within a second difference. Let's see, another one would be like if the CTs have a crossfire from CT and mid. Let's say you're peeking, and this guy's starting to peek you hear him, so you get that first kill, and then you flick. I couldn't flick because I have low sensitivity, and I hit my keyboard, but let me try that one more time. So let's say you get that first kill, and you're basically flicking. So here you can see I missed because my recoil, this was when my AK was starting to kick to the left, so I should have adjusted for that. One more time. Okay. And you're just basically holding down the spray. Again, this is extremely useful because I just want to repeat why it's so important. One, it looks really freaking cool when you can pull it off, and two, it's because if you want to kill here and then challenge here, that second that you need to adjust your spray might be when you die. So like if they decide to peek you at the same time, it's probably going to be within a second apart, They're going to probably coordinate it, just say, "Hey, I'm peeking now." They peek together. There's no way you could win this situation because they're playing for trades. They're playing for trade frags. You get the first kill, the second guy trades you. So if you don't if you don't have the time to reset your recoil, then you just move the spray onto someone else. Let me just give you one more example, like somewhere else. Other maps are better for this. I mean, I guess Dust is okay too. But, so like, let's say you're pushing up, you get that first kill, and then a guy pops up, so you just transfer your spray. And I think that's it for now. I'm pretty sure there's some topics about sprays that I forgot and skipped, and if I have, then I'll make a list of it and I'll make a part 4 video later, but this is pretty much what I can think of right now. So, well, thank you guys for watching.